What's up, people? We are here, and I have something to share. It's a
Yeah.
knife. Do you know what this knife is for?
Cutting
Before
stuff.
we get to that point,
Holding it up so menacingly. You're
right?
brandishing that
Right.
knife.
For those that don't know, my name is Benny Rose. I am your host today, and as always, my co-host, the legendary Tyler Nethers. We are
Hello.
pressed for time, as
Always.
always. Today is no exception to that.
No.
So today is Wednesday, the 22nd. We're hoping to get this out today or tomorrow. But
Well, it should go.
I
It'll
got a
be up tonight. It'll be up tonight.
cool.
I got you.
I got a package. I got a package, people.
Technically, we
So we're
both have a
gonna
package. That's how we became dads.
that's that's true. Good point. I walked right into that one.
So did
So
your wife.
yeah. Here we go. That was good. All right. So the news is, if you didn't remember last show, we talked with VR. I mentioned that PSVR2 was coming out, and most of us weren't buying it, right?
Yep.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Time has
So
made
I
liars of all of us.
so we'll cut right to the chase. We are here with a PS VR2 unboxing. Tyler, do you have any news to share on your end regarding PSVR2?
Mine will be here in 4 days.
So we both took the plunge. We did this for you, our listeners, our viewers. We want to be able to bring you the latest and greatest as best as we can. So we know this is not a technology that everybody's on board with yet. And we want to see what the hype is about because the hype is there. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have gotten the units already, and those that have it mostly praise.
Yeah.
I think
Almost universally.
the one standout is what you would expect it to be, I would say, and that's price.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's hard for us to justify that. We'll get into that another time. Today is really just opening this bad boy up with good old knifo, as my son calls it. And yeah, because I've done some unboxing videos with him on my TikTok side. And
Yeah.
that's the first thing he's like, El Knifo.
El Knifo.
So, all right, I'm gonna do my best here because we do have obviously my mic and things like that to take into consideration. But when you open it up here, nice little fancy flap here. I would say the box is very similar to the PlayStation 5 box. Feels a bit on the thinner side. I think the box and the inside is a little more premium, a little thicker.
Yeah.
So we
Like
have
a
a flap.
cardboard.
Yeah, like the outside feels exactly like the sleeve of the
That's how
PS5.
PlayStation's been since what? The PS3? It's been a
Yeah, I would
box
say
within a
so.
box with that sleeve on the outside.
We have another box, cardboard. I assume that's going to be with the literature, things like that. Um, I have purchased the core unit, so mine does not come with Horizon, so there's no digital code or anything. But
Mine will be coming with Horizon.
the box is pretty straightforward. You're going to get the headset. You're going to get the controllers. You know what the best part is? There's not a big box with a cable adapter and cables upon cables. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Okay. So you get a USB C, go right there. Okay. It seems like it's fairly lengthy, I would say, compared to some of the other cables in the past.
Yeah.
It is very light. Which
How does it compare to the Quest?
let's
Because
let's do
that's one of the
it.
big selling points of the Quest is how light it is.
Yes, I agree. So let me we will put that to the test right now. You know
Yeah,
why?
absolutely.
Because mine is right here. So,
Outstanding.
all
Okay.
right. So,
Looks
yeah,
like
let's
it's going to be a little more comfortable too, like the padding and the way that it's set.
yeah, so I mean, realistically, obviously, at first glance, the PSVR 2 is a bit larger. We
Mm-hmm.
do have the front facing cameras, obviously, so we don't have stations as like the previous VRs have. The rubber protection inside here is definitely larger on the PSVR. So what I like about this is it's a little layered, if you can see right
Oh
there,
yeah, very nice.
which is cool. Um, I do like just like literally when you take the cable out of the equation, because before I was holding it with the cable. So the cable weight gives it kind of a similar weight feel.
Okay.
But if you take it out of the equation, it's lighter
Wow.
and it feels substantially lighter.
Okay.
So the one thing that I know that they included is there's little spots here that it will have the earbuds, I believe, that you can place there that come with the actual headset in that box. We'll get to that. The back is the locking mechanism, so you can pull on it. And I believe, yep. So if you want to tighten it, once you get to where it is, you turn to the right.
Okay.
So as far as we're not looking at manuals here. We're figuring it all out as we go. So I heard a click. Okay, so the middle button, there's a middle. See that? If I'll bring it a little closer, there's that'll release the tension.
Okay.
So if I click on it and I pull out, that's what she said.
That's how you don't end up a daddy.
Yeah, that clicking. That's how we click it to close it. And if you let it go, it clicks in also. And then it'll actually stay in place until you press that button.
Great.
To release that tension. So that's cool.
Okay.
You have
very cool.
The power button is going to be on the bottom. Down here, if you can see it, a little bit right there.
Oh, neat. Yeah. So right under your nose. So you can just reach up and boop.
Yep. There's another button there. I assume that might be kind of like to, reorganize where you are in place. My camera got blurry thanks to all that. Appreciate that. Woo! I don't know how to fix that.
just cover it up completely, give it a second, and then drop off, and it should refocus.
I'm peeking out of my hand.
I see it.
Any better? No.
Nope.
Terrible. Trash panda.
Awful.
Trash panda.
Awful.
Wait, I got a better idea. Whoop. Where'd I go? Where'd I go? And then we get the flip of the switch. Is that any better? Probably not.
Give it a second. It looks like it's trying to focus.
So, while we're discussing, I'll try to fix it. Because why not?
Great.
Right? Because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to
a really blurry unboxing.
All right. So let's
all right. This is impromptu.
Hey, we said we're far from perfect, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true.
Again,
in Zoom, can you just stop your video and restart it? See if that fixes it. You don't have to leave the meeting. Just hit stop video.
Whoa, where'd I go? Oh, I'm back, and it's blurry again. God damn it!
Shit, not a fucking thing.
It's kind of weird because then I can do like filters but I got to download that. That's not helping.
Nope.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are wasting time. I am really happy about that, and we're pressed for time. We're pressed for time. So I'm gonna do this one last thing right there. Let's try that. Okay.
Nope.
So weird. Well, anyway.
That's right. Just hold yourself up to the camera.
Yep. So again, that's really the gist of it. The one thing I really like here is in the nose area. See right here?
Yep.
You have those layers also.
Yeah.
So you know why that's a big seller for me?
Wiggle those flaps.
As I was, you beat me to it. This is a very dirty episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there it is. It's fixed. It fixed itself. All we need to do is make a dirty joke.
You gotta fiddle the lips a little bit.
Press for time after dark. We're recording this after 5 p.m. your time.
Well, I apologize ahead of time, but this worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, the reason I brought that up, the flaps, is what I've brought in the past. One of my main issues with VR, which was the eye, getting nauseated and stuff like that. Yeah. Eye fog was the other big thing because of my nose. I'm sure you've dealt with that. People have workarounds.
No, I got this gigantic freaking schnoz that goes straight down. Never a problem.
Always a problem for me. Always. So I end up finding myself doing VR going, trying to breathe down. And I look like a
doing Lamaze breathing while you're playing VR.
doing the Bart Simpson, the V lips.
Yeah.
But I think this might alleviate that. because it seems like it'll really help set itself apart from the headset itself. So that's something that's nice to see. There's a lot of I feel like it might be a dust magnet. That's my only concern because it
Mm,
seems like I put it like somewhere like on my shirt with cat hair and it like attracted the rubber. So
okay.
that's something that's a little bit of a downside. If you can get a cover case, like the other systems,
They've already
like
got. I was looking on Amazon today. They've got a couple stands like they have for the Quest that you
but I
can
was
put the headset and the controllers in little cradles.
based on this, I'm worried that might need an actual case. You know what I
Really?
mean, to cover it. That's just my
Yeah.
thoughts from this already. I mean, I
Okay.
have my older stand, so I might just use that. We'll see. But again, really, really, I can't speak again enough about how lightweight it is.
Great.
So let's move on to the other aspect, which is the controllers.
Yeah. Let's see the
Again,
controllers.
everybody is kind of adapted.
No, hold on.
Where
Raid Shadow Legends is texting me.
okay, so these kind of cool. Yeah, I like. So everybody's adopted the kind of the circle design, right? For the most part,
Yeah.
in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
This is the right side. So it is definitely a departure from what we're used to seeing. For an example, we
Hmm.
have our Oculus Quest. That piece is usually in front of you. In this
Yeah.
case, it
It
is.
wraps around. So it looks like
Yes.
it's going to give you the same kind of thing as the knuckles, like the index knuckle controllers, which I really liked. But
Right.
it's like the best of both worlds. It's a little bit of the Quest controller and a little bit of the index controller, which is great.
Yeah. So we'll go in there a little bit.
And did you see that you can buy a dual sense attachment?
No,
You
really.
can I think it's $49.99. You can buy it on PlayStation's website, and it's a detachable bottom that goes on to the bottom of the controller, and it gives you the same feeling that the DualSense does. And
Okay. Like
your haptic feedback and like the tactile and all that stuff, even more so. It's supposed to
I
enhance
would
it.
say because it is designed to have that in the box,
Hmm.
right? Natively.
I believe so to an extent, but
Yeah.
it's I didn't dive into it. It's just when I was looking on their website, it was like, hey, these are things that you may want to add on to your purchase.
Got it.
You can get DualSense controllers.
Have you read anything about the strap, which I
No.
heard was pretty cool? So I heard that if you pop it in and you pull on it a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
that it will auto close. Look at that.
Oh wow.
That is awesome. So
I
quick, easy
normally like to
use.
live life on the edge and I play with no straps.
What do you like with a Wii controller, hoping that it goes into the screen?
I'm hoping that it doesn't.
Remember those days?
I very much
Re-
remember those days.
reading the news about a kid throws playing Wii bowling.
Mm-hmm. Or old people at nursing
Yeah,
homes,
yeah.
their old arthritic hands letting go of the controller, hitting other old people in the face.
So here's the left side, same idea. It's I'm a sucker for it. I have to say, it's
Yeah,
really I
I like it.
love that the circular piece fits within, since I don't have that experience with the index. But yeah, again, the strap, simply you put it on and you gently pull from the controller side and you twist a little bit.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
All right, let me see here.
absolutely.
Let me see what we're looking at. So it looks like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. The
Oh,
controllers are dual sense out of the box. This
got it.
is a charging stand.
Got it. That
I'm
I
sorry,
remember seeing. Yeah,
but
it's
it's
the charging stand for the two controls, right?
yeah,
50
but
bucks.
they named their charging stand the PlayStation VR2 Sense charging station. So I'm looking at it, and from the picture, like if
It's
you
a
can,
little misleading.
yeah,
Lower
it
your
looked like
brightness.
it,
Yeah,
yeah, it looked like something you could attach. Yeah, you can't see it, but it looked like something you could attach to the bottom. Oh, you can see my
right.
backyard for a second. Looked like something you could attach to the bottom of the controller, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. But that's
Got it.
better that you don't have to buy that. Forget what I said.
No, all good. I mean, this is part of this. We're learning. I think both of us have done minimal research on the unit. Like I've seen videos. I've tried to get myself a little excited with, what's to come and the features, like the techie side of it, not really like
Yeah,
what it
that's
comes
my
with.
thing was the tech and the
Right,
eye tracking is such a big thing. That's such a
dude.
huge step forward.
Yeah,
I really hope that it actually lands the way that they say it will, because it'll change the game. I mean, not to be hyperbolic, but that'll literally change everything.
yeah, agreed. So the last part of the box, pretty straightforward. It's the box with, as I mentioned, the manual. One downside, you get one USB-C cable. How many controllers you have?
Too.
I guess the thought process is you probably have one for your controller already. So you
Yeah.
just, they give you that extra one. And then you have here earbuds that I mentioned can you get put into that spot.
You
So,
can't see it.
oh, so they're
But you
little
don't need
earbuds.
those, right?
I don't. I believe you need headphones. So I
Do
think I think
you?
it's not. I don't think it's like the Oculus. Again, haven't researched that. Forgive me in advance. But what I have read is you can use those, but you don't have to put them in your ear. There's those little spots that
Okay,
if
yeah.
you.
As long as I don't have to stick them in my ear, I'm perfectly happy. But
So
I
that
really
was
let's see.
that was my thought process right here. See right this spot, the little
Yeah,
another rubber, a lot of rubber holes up in
a
this
lot of
episode.
rubber
So
holes.
there's one there and there's one right there. So my
Let's
thought
see.
is that they go into the headset. But again, here's the stupidity kicking in. Ready? I
Yeah.
just realized as I said it, I'm like, but if they go in there, where are you gonna? I think that they go there when you're not using them.
Okay, let's
So
see. 3D.
I think they're just for it's just, that's a storage compartment. That's my logic right now. Just from looking at it, I'm like, doesn't make sense because there's nothing on the other side that goes over your ears. But for me, I'm not going to use those because earbuds do not work in my ears at all.
Not at all. I
So,
hate earbuds, so I'm hoping I don't have to use
so
them.
yeah, you can definitely plug in regular headphones. So I'm gonna try. I have the Sony, the 3D PlayStation 5 headphones that I've barely used.
Oh, look
I'm
at
gonna
you.
I'm gonna try to charge them and use the USB dongle and see how that works out. Because if we can get kind of the virtual 3D sound, that might help to the immersion too. And I'm a sucker for getting pulled in all the way if I can.
Yeah.
So um, that's really it. It's pretty straightforward. It looks like it's simple plug and play. I think the setup is way improved from PSVR because if everybody remembers that has seen it or been part of it, you have a little module box you had to plug in. You had scenarios with PS4 and PS4 Pro where if you had HDR, you get to bypass all that. So that's a huge improvement in itself.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll end up having a show dedicated to our time with it. We're going to spend some
Yes.
time over the next week or two. We
Yeah,
might
because
have a
mine, I
guest
have
on
a
the
couple
show.
days. I have a couple days until mine gets here. So
Right. So we might have a guest to join us for that discussion that might also be working with the unit. If not, it'll be the two of us. But stay tuned also for our coverage on gamingage.com, where we'll potentially all be covering some of the VR games. But
yeah.
I would like to say you and I have to work out somehow to do a stream, and we got to do Resident Evil Village. We got to do that spot because we talked about it. We got to do Baby in VR, and you got to shit
Dude,
your pants.
I have to go buy the pens. I don't know if I can do baby in VR.
You know what I might do? I might even whip out my Resident Evil candle. Have you ever heard of that? Resident Evil 7 candle?
Do a little Resident Evil candle burning.
Yep.
Keep the baby at bay.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much what I have.
Cool, man.
Again, this is our first time looking at it. Thank you for sharing the unboxing with me, dude. I look
Yeah,
forward to you getting yours and stay tuned for more coverage, guys. We appreciate
absolutely.
it.
This was great, man. Thanks for doing it.
Talk to you soon, guys.
See ya.